Elena felt her cheeks warming up. She had never seen this guy before, not in her life, but something about the set of his jaw and the determination in his eyes intrigued her. Before she could respond, he stood abruptly, straightening his jacket. "Yes, I know it's strange," he said, running a hand through his dark hair. "But please, I'd appreciate the help. They all know me as the reclusive Mr. Black. The last thing I want is to hear another snide remark about my supposed inability to connect with people." His admission hung in the air, a hint of vulnerability echoing in his words. Elena found herself nodding slowly, surprised by his candor. It wasn't every day one met a billionaire who bared such intimate details so readily. She took a deep breath and stood up. "All right, Mr. Black, lead the way." He gave her a grateful nod, a ghost of a smile touching his lips. "Thank you." "I am in your debt." He offered her his arm and Elena placed her hand on it, feeling the hard planes of his muscles beneath her fingers. "Call me Ethan." As they moved through the sea of elegantly dressed guests, Elena couldn't help but marvel at Ethan's confidence. People parted for him naturally, their whispers dying down to respectful murmurs. Once they reached a quieter corner, he turned to her, a sheepish grin on his face. "I hope I haven't put you in an awkward position. I really need to get out of here, but I can't bear the thought of facing those vultures alone." Elena laughed, shaking her head. "Don't worry. I think we make quite the pair. Besides, a little white lie won't hurt." Ethan's smile widened, his eyes crinkling at the corners. "Thank you, Ellen. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. It's Eleanor, but call me Ella." He nodded, committing the name to memory. "Ella, thank you again. I honestly couldn't have done it without you." The music changed, transitioning to a slow, sensual rhythm that had couples twirling and swaying close to each other. Ethan turned to her, his eyes gleaming with an idea. "May I?" he asked, extending his hand. Elena placed hers in his, surprised by the warmth that spread through her. "I say we dance." Ethan led her onto the dance floor, and despite her initial stiffness, Elena soon found herself swept up in the moment. Ethan was a surprisingly good dancer, guiding her with a strength that was both reassuring and exciting. They fell into step with each other, laughing and talking as the music swelled around them. Elena felt a blush creep up her neck. This was all very surreal. One minute she was sitting alone, feeling self-conscious, and the next she was dancing with a mysterious billionaire under a canopy of twinkling lights. "You're beautiful," Ethan said suddenly, his voice dropping to a low murmur. Elena froze, unsure if she had misheard him. But then he added, "Your laughter, and your spirit. You're beautiful inside and out." She blushed, stammering slightly. "Thank you." The rest of the evening passed in a whirlwind of dancing, conversation, and stolen glances. Elena found herself completely captivated by Ethan. There was something about his quiet intensity, his dry sense of humor, and the glimpses of vulnerability he occasionally revealed that made her feel strangely connected to him. By the time the night drew to a close, Elena realized she had never felt such a strong connection with anyone, not Ethan or any of the men she'd dated before. The grand ballroom, once filled with swirling couples and lively music, was now emptying out. Gowns were being swept up, suits adjusted, and farewells echoed in the vast space. As the crowd thinned, Elena found herself standing beside Ethan by one of the large windows overlooking the city. The view was breathtaking, but she was more focused on the man beside her. The city lights twinkled below them, mirroring the stars above. A comfortable silence settled between them, punctuated only by the distant strains of the violin. When the moment stretched, Elena finally broke the quiet. "I should probably go." Ethan turned to her, his expression unreadable in the dim light. "Yes, of course." He paused, then added softly, "Thank you for tonight, Ella. I couldn't have managed without you." She smiled, realizing that the sentiment was mutual. "I had a wonderful time, Ethan, truly." She hesitated, then added impulsively, "And thank you for showing me that sometimes the most intriguing dances are the ones you least expect." Their eyes met, and for a brief, electrifying moment, Elena saw a flicker of something in Ethan's gaze. Perhaps it was the reflection of the city lights, or maybe it was the soft glow of the moon. Whatever it was, it made her heart skip a beat. Then just as quickly, it was gone, leaving her wondering if she'd imagined it. The silence returned, this time tinged with the bittersweetness of their impending parting. Finally, Ethan spoke, his voice rough with emotion. "Take care of yourself, Ella. And remember, sometimes the most beautiful stories begin with a single dance." With that enigmatic statement, he turned and walked away, leaving Elena standing by the window, his words echoing in her ears. She watched him go, her heart echoing the sentiment. Take care of yourself, Ethan. But Elena knew that whatever path life had in store for her, she would never forget the night she danced with a stranger at a wedding and found a glimpse of forever in the starlight.